I've invited some third graders to come read to you what was published in some of our local newspapers about the opening of our school.
This article was published in the Southern Messenger, January 7, 1926. Corner of New York, St. Peter's is blessed by Bishop Drosseritz. The cornerstone of New St. Peter's Prince of Apostles Church in Alamo Heights was impressive ceremonies before a large number of the clergy and parishioners by the Reverend Arthur J. Drosseritz, Bishop of San Antonio. As a protection against bad weather, a large tent was erected immediately in front of the new structure. The ceremonies began promptly at 3:30 with a procession of the church, whereupon the blessing of the cornerstone took place. In the cornerstone were placed legal documents, the names of the bishop of the diocese, the names of the clergy attending, the names of the governor of the state, of the mayors of San Antonio and Alamo Heights, and a copy of the Southern Messenger, besides 8 coins of different nations.
The Southern Messenger of April 8, 1926, the New St. Peter's Church, Alamo Heights, blessed. The new church of St. Peter, Prince of Apostles, Alamo Heights, was blessed by the Reverend Arthur J. Drosseritz, Bishop of San Antonio, Sunday morning, in the presence of a large number of clergy, laity, and representative gathering of San Antonio Assembly, 4th degree of Knights of Columbus procession from St. John's Seminary and clergy proceeded the ceremonies. After Mass, Bishop Drosseritz congratulated the pastor of the parishioners on the completion of the beautiful new church.
This article comes from the Diamond Jubilee issue of 1949, Archdiocese of San Antonio. St. Peter Prince of the Apostles. The parish of St. Peter Prince of the Apostles comprises the city of Alamo Heights and Terrell Hills, the northeast corner of San Antonio, and adjoining portions of Bexar County. This territory belonged to St. Patrick's until October 1923, when the Reverend A.F. Park was commissioned to organize a new parish. There was delay in acquiring property, preparing plans, and building the church, and it was not until Easter Sunday, April 4th, 1926, that the present parish church was dedicated. During the 2.5 years of waiting, the Sisters of the Incarnate Word graciously permitted the small church the use of the convent chapel as a parish church. In 1925, Father Park was succeeded by the Reverend P.M. Beckett, who remained as pastor until his death in 1938. A small school conducted by the Sisters of the Incarnate Word was opened in September 1926 in the building now occupied by the Broadway National Bank. This building was used until the property was sold in 1946. In 1927, a small chapel known as St. Anthony's Shrine was built at Cementville, 2 miles north of the parish church, to care for the Spanish-speaking people of that district.
Especially parents, for spending all the time and making today's day truly memorable. We're going to begin with our presentation by K3 and K4. Their assigned historical aspect was school lunches in 1926.
In 1926, many children still went home for their midday meal, called dinner. However, as more mothers started working outside the home, children were often given 2 to 3 cents with which to purchase a pickle or candy from a street vendor in the city. Around this time, hot lunch programs were born. For the same amount of money, the children were given a hot meal of soup, mac along with an apple and milk. There was a big focus on nutrition, often with the Board of Health overseeing the lunch program. Most school officials did not trust that teachers and mothers knew enough about nutrition to prepare a healthy meal for the children. Countless recipes and guidelines specifying the kind of bread to be used and how to prepare a variety of sandwiches, along with ways to make the meals attractive, were published in ladies' magazines and cookbooks. If the children brought lunch from home, it generally consisted of a jam, meat, or egg sandwich on whole wheat or brown bread, and apple, gingerbread, and milk. The sandwiches were often wrapped in wax paper, and the milk was carried in a bottle. Brown bags were considered uninviting, and it was suggested that the lunches be packed in an attractive box. And Mr. Brewer made a nice little PowerPoint of some pictures of kids from the 1920s and eating lunch. Some typical jelly sandwiches with grape jelly on wheat bread. So if you'd like to pick up those.
Their theme was toys and games. Students from both of the kindergartens will be playing.
Games of this sort have been called by this name since the late 16th century. A group of children will demonstrate them.
Duck, Duck, Gray Goose is another traditional children's game, often first learned in preschool or kindergarten, then later adapted on the playground for early elementary students. This next set of students will demonstrate Duck, Duck, Goose.
scale is a singing game first recorded in Germany in 1826. They were probably brought to North America by immigrants. From there it spread to many other nations and is popular in a number of languages. Dale means secluded small valley usually covered with trees and turf.
The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. I told the dairy, the farmer in the dell. The farmer takes the wife, the farmer takes the wife. I know the dairy, the farmer takes the wife. The wife takes the child, the wife takes the child. I know the dairy, the wife takes the child. The child takes the nurse, the child takes the nurse. I love the dairy, the child takes the nurse. The nurse takes the dog, the nurse takes the dog. I love the dairy, the nurse takes the dog. The dog takes the cat, the dog takes the
Many versions are still used today. A very popular version in 1926 was Miss Mary Mack. We are going to demonstrate this game to you, then ask you to sing and play along with us.
Miss Mary Mack, Mack, Mack. She had big buttons on her buttons, on her back. She jumped so high, high, high. Touched the sky, sky, sky. She came back, back, back. It over the line.
Keep going. Go, one more time.
Miss Mary Mack, Mack, Mack. She jumped so high, high, high. She touched the sky, sky, sky. She came back, back, back. It over the line.
Hey, it's your turn. Ready? 1, 2, ready?